Hello everyone, Nick here. Today we're going to be reading the banks required to have insurance on all properties otherwise listed as Laurency 1951 on Gitachi's channel. RD Instructions 1951-D Part 1951-Servicing and Collections Subpart D-Final Payment on Loans. Table of Contents. Section 1951.151 Purpose, 1951.152 Definition, 1951.153 Chattel, Security, or Note Only Cases, Satisfaction and Releases of Documents, Authorization, State Supplements, Loss Note, 1951.1.55 Country and/or district office actions. Funds remaining in supervised bank accounts. Determining amount to be collected. Delivery of satisfaction notes and other documents. Method of delivery. Receipt for final payment. Cost of recording or filling of satisfaction. Property insurance. Notice to holder. Outstanding loan balances. Final payment of insured farm ownership account when note and security instrument are held by the lender. Redelegation of authority. 1951.200 reserved. Exhibit A sample format for providing payoff information in writing and for use in verification of the information by designed employees. Special PN. Part 1951. Servicing and Collections. RD Instructions 1951-D. Subpart D Final Payment on Loans. 1951.151 Purpose. This subpart prescribes authorizations, policies, and procedures of the Rural Housing Service, RHS. Rural Utility Service, RUS, for its water and waste programs, and Rural Business Cooperative Service, RBS, herein referred to as agency for processing final payment on all loans. This subpart does not apply to direct single-family housing customers or to the rural rental housing, cooperative housing, or farm labor housing program of the RHS. This subpart does not apply to water and waste programs of the rural utilities, which are serviced under Part 1782 of this title. In addition, this subpart is inapplicable to farm service agencies. Farm loan programs, revised 010908 PN 417. 1951.152 Definition as used in this subpart. Mortgage includes a real estate mortgage, deed of trust, or any other form of security instrument, or a lien on real property. 1951.153 Chattel, security, or note only cases. A. If a loan secured by both real estate and chattels is paid in full, the chattel security instrument will be satisfied or released in accordance with subpart A of Part 1962 of this chapter. B. When a loan is evidenced by only a note and the note is paid in full, the country supervisor will deliver the note to the borrower in manner prescribed in 1951.155 of this subpart. Satisfaction and release of documents. A. Authorization. The country supervisor and district director are authorized to execute the necessary releases and satisfactions and the return to the security instruments and related documents to the borrower. Satisfaction and release of security documents takes place. 1. Upon receipt of payment in full in full of all amounts owed the government, including any amounts owed to the loan insurance account, subsidy, recapture amounts, all loan advances, and / or other charges to the borrower's account. 2. Upon verification through the account information (AI) screen that the amount of payment received is sufficient to pay the full amount owed by the borrower, or 3. When a compromise or adjustment offer has been accepted and approved by the appropriate government official in full settlement of the account and all required funds have been paid. Distribution. Wasal, account servicing and collections. 02/02/10/92. Special PN. RD Instructions 1951-D 1951.154 (con). B. State Supplement. The State Director, with the advice of the Office of the General Accounts (OGC), will issue a state supplement and the necessary forms for releasing or satisfying real estate security instruments. Any unusual cases that are not covered by the state supplement will be handled in accordance with advice obtained from OGC. C. Lost note. When a paid in full note is not available because it has been lost, misplaced, or destroyed, the country supervisor will obtain from the state office a form of affidavit of loss to be executed by the county supervisor, and if appropriate, the holder of the note, respectively, after the affidavit has been executed. The release state supplement, except that the affidavit will be used in lieu of the lost note. The original affidavit will be delivered to the borrower, and an executed copy will be retained in the borrower's case file. If foregoing is not sufficient under state law to effect release of the mortgage, the case will not be handled in accordance with advice obtained from OGC. A. Funds remaining in supervised bank accounts. When a borrower is ready to pay a loan in full, any funds remaining in the supervised bank account will be withdrawn and remitted for application to the borrower's account. If the entire principal of the loan is refunded after the loan is closed, the borrower will be required to pay interest from the date of the note to the date of the receipt of the fund. B. Determining amount to be collected. The amount to be collected for payment in full of all loans made by the applicable agent will be obtained by accessing the AI screen on the computer's terminal. Request for payoff balances on all accounts will be furnished in writing in a format similar to Exhibit A of this subpart. Available in any agency office. As in Exhibit A to the format used should require verification of the payoff amount by 2 employees in servicing office. C. Delivery of satisfaction notes and other documents. The country supervisor will process and forward Form RD 451-2, Schedule of Remittance, covering in the remittance which paid in account in full to the finance office. In an unusual case where circumstances require delivery of an insured promissory note that is held by a private holder, the finance office will automatically request the investor to forward the note to the country supervisor. If the county supervisor does not receive the note within 30 days, the finance office will be notified to follow up on the request. When the insured note is forwarded to the county supervisor, the paid note may be returned to the borrower and the mortgage securing it may be satisfied in accordance with paragraphs. C. 1 brackets 1 and brackets 2 of this section. This community development managers may 2. Revision 4. Obtain advice from OGC brackets through the state office if there are suggestions, questions concerning the above provisions. Security satisfaction / releases will conform to the requirements under state law and as supplemented by there is a payment assistance in recapture receivable balance that the borrower elects to delay repaying the amount of subsidy to be repaid. Mortgage will be determined when the principal and interest balance is paid. The mortgage securing the agency debt will not be released of record until the total amount owed the government is repaid to permit graduation or refinancing by the borrower. The mortgage securing the subsidy owed may be subordinated in accordance with the conditions in 7 CFR Part 3550 brackets revised 01/2303.